She's terrified Bora will steal her only friend. School starts. The teacher introduces Gia to the class. Sun waves at her from below. Gia doesn't wave back. She waves at Bora. Gia ends up sitting next to Sun, but she barely talks to her. After class, she's always with Bora. Gia tries hard to fit in with them, but every time she gets close, the group breaks apart. That weekend is Gia's birthday. Sun spends every last penny of her allowance on a gift, but after Gia takes it, she tells Sun to leave. No party today, she says. Then Bora and a group of classmates walk out of the house. The party already started. Sun was never invited. Sun is crushed. She can't lose her only friend. To win everyone over, Gia accuses Sun of stealing her colored pencils, but Gia had lent them to her. Sun doesn't argue. She quietly hands them back. Gia knows she lied, and deep down, she feels it. But Sun doesn't get angry. She even brings homemade sushi from her mom to share. Since no one else is watching, Gia finally takes a bite. Sun still believes they can stay friends. Then Bora catches them together. To prove she's not on Sun's side, Gia slaps the sushi out of Sun's hand. It scatters across the ground. Sun knows it's over. She cuts the bracelet off. Their friendship is done. In PE, Gia laughs and plays with the others. Sun stands alone on the sideline, watching. Then exam results come out. Everything changes. Gia scores first in the entire class. Everyone rushes to congratulate her. Bora smiles on the outside, but inside she's burning. Gia just took her throne. Sun already knows what's coming, because Sun used to be number one too, and that's exactly why she's been alone all this time, just as she predicted. Bora starts spreading rumors about Gia. Whenever Gia walks over, everyone scatters. Bora even accuses Gia of stealing her pen. In PE, Gia ends up just like Sun, completely shut out. No one plays with either of them. The two of them stand on the field, sneaking glances at each other. In that moment, no one in the world understands the other better than they do. A girl no one wants to... This old grandmother did not know English at all. She only knew one word, 8. So whenever she went to the casino, she always bet on number 8. By luck, number 8 actually came up. Her $1 turned directly into $25. Then the grandmother placed $2 again on number 8, and the wheel started spinning. Soon, her $2 turned into $50. She saw that her chips had formed a small pile, so she put everything together on one bet. Obviously, the same number came again. Other players told her not to be greedy and to stop after winning, but the grandmother could not understand anything because she only knew one word, 8. And the winning number was again 8. Everyone started clapping at her luck. After that, the grandmother tried every game in the casino, but every time she chose table number 8, seat number 8, and bet only on number 8. And strangely, she kept winning every time. She kept winning until she reached the VIP room where she faced the casino owner. The grandmother stayed completely calm and kept placing big bets. Seeing her strong attitude, even powerful people got nervous. In the end, the grandmother won $100,000 with number 8. The next day, it was the 8th day. The grandmother went to the bank to deposit the money, but the bank employees started singing because she was the 88th customer of the day. It was the bank's anniversary, so she was gifted 8 bags of rice. The grandmother signed and went straight to Chinatown for shopping. The things that once seemed very expensive, she now bought all of them. After shopping, when the grandmother returned home, 2 goons were waiting for her. The casino owner had sent them to take the money back. The grandmother immediately said, "You have come to the wrong person." She said, "You want Huang, but I am Wong. Now leave." Both goons got a little confused and said, "Okay, we will check and come back." But if the grandmother got caught, she would lose everything. After they left, the grandmother understood that she had to do something. She immediately went out on the street, found a bag seller, and gave him a secret code. "I want limited LV." Hearing this, the man took her through a secret path. Finally, they reached an underground hall. The people sitting inside were shocked to see the grandmother, but she directly said, "I need a bodyguard. How much will it cost?" After a lot of bargaining, the grandmother hired a bodyguard for $100. Now the bodyguard stayed with her, eating, drinking, sleeping, everything. But it was not possible to stay together all the time. One day, when the grandmother was alone, those 2 goons came in front of her again. This old grandmother did not know. "This is the captain. Brace for impact."
What? Brace! Brace! Head down! Stay down! Brace! 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 Head down! Stay down!
I always keep a note in my wallet. It says, "Better to delay than to cause disaster." But today, while piloting a passenger plane, shortly after takeoff, we hit a flock of birds. The engines were damaged and lost power. Both engines failed. The plane shook violently. I immediately attempted to restart the engines, but there was no response. The cabin power then went out. I activated the auxiliary power unit. Electricity was restored. The flight attendant reminded passengers to fasten seatbelts. She reassured everyone it was just turbulence. I asked the co-pilot to get the manual, to find the procedure for dual engine failure. I contacted the tower to report the order. Rescue boats approached the plane. They stopped next to the wings and safely took all passengers aboard. More planes and boats arrived at the scene. Stranded passengers were picked up. I walked to the rear of the cabin to make sure no one was left behind. I returned to the cockpit. This is the captain. I always keep a note in my wallet. It says, better to delay than to cause disaster. But today, while piloting a passenger plane, shortly after takeoff, we hit a flock of birds. The engines were damaged and lost power. Both engines failed. The plane shook violently. I immediately attempted to restart the engines, but there was no response. The cabin power then went out. I activated the auxiliary power unit. Electricity was restored. The flight attendant reminded passengers to fasten seatbelts. She reassured everyone it was just turbulence. I asked the co-pilot to get the manual, to find the procedure for dual engine failure. I contacted the tower to report the situation.
I discovered that my tests make... Alas 8, lasing na si Vicente. Tapos medyo tinatamaan na rin si Elmer. Kami naman ni Ralph, matinong paangkalangak.
They say the future depends on what you choose to do today. The Hanwha Canadian Patrol Submarine can be delivered first, creating new jobs, new partnerships, and enduring economic benefits.
I wanted the word Kapag and then a cup of tea. I thought it would be great to mix with fun. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm taking it, I'm trademarking it, I'm going with it. Hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the owner of Kapag. We are not a traditional cafe. When I saw Kapag go live, that's when it all clicked. Huh? Is that nice?
Karamihan sa atin, itinuturing bilang isa sa pinakaligtas ng lugar sa mundo ang simbahan. Pero paano kung isang alagad nito ang magdulot at magparana sa iyo ng isa sa pinakamatinding kababalaghan sa buhay mo? Magandang araw sa Jupiter at ganoon din sa buong sitio Bangungot Community. Ako po pala si Ian, nagtatrabaho bilang isang construction worker simula pa nung nagbinata ako magpahanggang ngayong may asawa at anak na ako. Malaman ko itong YouTube channel niyo mula sa kasamahan sa trabaho. Minsan ko na kasi naikwento sa kanya ang kakaiba at nakapangingilabot na karanasang nangyari sa amin ng asawa ko. Noong mga panahong nagsisimula pa lang kami sa buhay mag-asawa namin. Kaya naman nagbigay siya sa akin ng suhestyon, magpadala rin daw ako sa inyo ng sarili kong kwento at baka sakaling isa rin ako sa makinig. Kababata ko si Alexa. Sabay kami lumaki, kaya kilala na namin ang isa't isa. Hanggang sa niligawan ko siya nung graduate na kami ng high school at sinagot na rin naman ako kalaunan. Tumagal ng 3 taon noon ang relasyon namin at nagplano na rin akong pakasalan siya. Siya lang kasi ang babaeng nakikita kong makakasama sa habang buhay. Ang problema, hindi pa sapat ang ipon ko noon. Hindi naman kami mayaman, pero hindi ko rin masasabi na mahirap lang kami. Siguro nasa pagitan lang noon ng estado ng buhay namin. Yung sapat lang para matugunan ang aming mga pangangailangan sa araw-araw. Ayaw ko namang alakin siya ng kasalan kung hindi ko pa kayang tumayo sa sarili kong mga paa at mabigyan siya ng maayos na buhay. Gusto ko na handa ako, hindi lang para sa sarili, kundi pati na ang magiging pamilya namin. Kaya ang ginawa ko, nagtsaga at tulong sa pagtatrabaho sa construction. Hinahati ko ang sinweldo ko noon para ilaan sa magiging kasal namin. Naging maunawain naman si Alexa sa sitwasyon ko. Kaya kahit pa paano, hindi naging mabigat para sa akin ang pag-iipon ng dahan-dahan. Gusto niyang tulungan din ako sa pag-iipon, pero ipinangako ko sa kanya dati na ako na ang magwawaldas para sa kasal namin. Kaya wala rin siyang nagawa sa gusto ko. Hanggang isang araw, 2 linggo bago ang pista ng parokya namin si San Lorenzo, nagtaka na lang ako nung may dumating na babae sa bahay namin. Mag-aalas 9 na ng gabi noon. Matutulog na rin dapat ako, pero napabalikwas ako ng bangon dahil sa mabibigat na katok sa pinto namin. Nagulat na lang ako nang mapagbuksan ko si Alexa.
Alexa? Anong ginagawa mo rito? Gabi na.